at the Fleet Feet Summer Sizzle with one of the best pairings, not only in the state of California, but the entire United States. Hunter Hanna on my left, Ben Fernandez on my right, Matilda Torres, identical 917-1s. So obviously we can see that these guys have been putting in quality work over the summer. Obviously a little bit bummed that we didn't add Conor Lott to the mix with you guys in Blake Bay, but I know you'll be seeing plenty of one another between now and the state final. Hunter, just how would you kind of assess, this is, not even because of the time, just like how you're feeling in training, just kind of as an evaluation point, because it gets real a month from now at Dennis DeWitt, but in comparison to past Fleet Feet Summer Sizzles, the times overall, I think for like the top 10 were within 3 to 5 seconds of what it was last year. But for you personally, how would you kind of evaluate where you are now in comparison to years past?
I mean, I would evaluate kind of what it was last year, giving me a point of where I need to improve. I need to really improve on the taking downhills a little bit better and taking the flat sections a little bit faster. But rather than that, I mean, it's a good starting point. Nice little 2 mile for the end of the season.
Absolutely. Ben, just in terms of the competitive aspect, right? You guys have been just putting in amazing work where nobody other than your teammates and your coaches and maybe occasionally family gets to see it. Like, how good did it feel just to be across the starting line with hundreds of other guys and hear a siren go off and be like, look, we actually get to compete and actually get to see a time on the clock?
Yeah, it was a good time. To be honest, the siren was a little sudden because I thought you were going to say runners set and then the siren, but he said runners and then the siren.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, being on that line, it means a lot to us. This is our last year here. We're ready to see all those guys we'll be racing with all our 4 years, maybe in middle school. And now this is, last year we're ever going to race, make the best of it.
I appreciate you talking about the journey, right? I've had the blessing of watching you guys through all these seasons. There's always been a sense of urgency, a sense of purpose with you and with this entire group of kind of being the new exciting program in the Valley and saying we can compete against everybody in the TRAC. We can compete against everybody in the state of California. Is there more will, determination, more grit this year because it's the last opportunity that you guys get to do it?
Yes, there's definitely more grit this year because even though it's our last year, we believe this team is the team that could make it to NXN and maybe even win state and be the first in Madera.
Absolutely. Hunter, in that aspect, and I was having this conversation with Isabella Ramirez, that it's like back in the summertime, you always have the aspirations, the dreams, the big goals. When Ben talks about we can win state, we can get to NXN. You guys know in your hearts you can do it. Oh, yeah. Coach knows you can do it. Teammates can do it. But it's about that patience and that perseverance, that mental toughness, that emotional maturity to play the long game, right?
Yeah.
Whether you guys came out here and ran 10-second PRs, it's irrelevant because it has to be at Valley Championships. It has to be at the state championships.
Which are months away from now.
Yeah. So how much have the experiences in the past helped you guys understand that it's if it isn't sensational in September or October, it's really irrelevant because it's all about you guys performing at your best in November?
Yeah, I say it's really important because my freshman year I was injured all the way until my divisional meet. So it showed me that it doesn't matter how the starting game starts, it's how strong you can finish to the end. So even though we had a couple guys hurt today, and that's why we rested them today, so that way they can be ready for the end.
Yep.
So when we get to championship state and NXN time, that we were ready.
Absolutely. Also in that aspect, you guys have been leaders by example, leaders by work ethic from the beginning, But obviously now, like Ben says, this is the group, not only in talent, in depth, mental toughness, emotional maturity. This is the group. How important is not only the both of you, but just the leadership of the group to be able to make that happen? We know that you guys can run against anybody in the state of California and largely the United States, right? But how important is that leadership and just kind of making sure that focus is there?
So yeah, the leadership I would say is very important because it's helping because we have a lot of freshmen and sophomores this year, so it's helping them show they can believe. If they believe in it, they can do it. And then with having me and Ben pushing the workouts, showing them how hard they really need to go, it's been very helpful to them, and the leadership's been good all year.
Awesome, man. Ben, last thing. Obviously, when I introduced you guys as one of the best pairings in California, and I should say one of the best tandems in the United States, right? How much of a blessing has it been throughout the journey? I mean, I know you guys are as competitive as two guys I've ever met, and so it seems like it's a good place to start, right? That we can keep peace at the fact that they're both 9:17.1 today, But I know that you guys only want to bring the best out of each other and bring the best out of the entire team. Like, just how much of a blessing is it when you have a guy of the level of Hunter? So, I know that you're going to work hard irregardless, but you don't have to do it all by yourself.
Yeah. It's a really big blessing having this guy here since middle school. I don't think most strong programs really win this, having like kind of basically equal, two people equal that are like the top. But honestly, it's really helpful knowing that that I don't have to do everything and I can split the work. We can work together, and we can work together as a little pair and get things done.
Absolutely. Everybody in the central section, everybody in the state of California would love to have one of these guys as a low stick, but obviously I'm sure there's going to be a lot of 1-2 finishes for the Matilda Torres tandem. Again, both 9:17.1 today, but obviously we know there's going to be great things when they get on the 5K course here and tour all around the state of California all the way to November, and they're going to try to bring home that first state championship. Guys, stay healthy and best luck going forward.
Thank you.